will see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. So the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Wentz going to throw. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
4-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Four yards remain for second down. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. On 3rd down, Henry. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
Come on, man.
He did. Even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
A 1-yard loss brings up 2nd and 16.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. A screen to Bell. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. So here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening possession. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville, it's Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week, but there's also plenty for him to work on. 2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
And the Raven 1st down.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9. They run. It's Mark Ingram. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
The tackle made by
and on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Complete to
A couple of 3rd-year guys, couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first.
Good catch there by Mark Andrews, who was Lamar Jackson's favorite target last year. They came in the same draft class and quickly got in sync with each other. Andrews led the team in receptions with 64 last year for 852 yards en route to his first Pro Bowl.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Getting the 3 turned out to be a ball. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll give this one to Ingram to start things out. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He was brought down there by Will Parks. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 30-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Hurts pass.
They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
On the play.
They'll run forward with Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 7 yards the pick up there.
To Mark Andrews.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Jackson on 1st down. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Jackson.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for... and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
39-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
The Ravens' 27-yard line.
From the 27, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Goes underneath for Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
18-yard line.
Now a handoff to Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz.
With his size, he's a tough, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down and the 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Eagles 6.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. This Ravens offense heads back out there led by Lamar Jackson. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And it's 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down.
Complete to
A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Ingram. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Ravens 7, Eagles 6.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
5 yards to go.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and no return here for Sanders.
At their own 25-yard.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. Hurts has it left side. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Wentz to throw again. Flush to his right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry, and that'll bring up second down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. On the counter, it's Henry, and he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jalen Hurts.